Hollarius here. Welcome to Derry, Maine. Today, Cujo. Stephen King can't do a public reading without telling the story of how he came up with the idea for Cujo. He was riding his motorcycle when he pulled into this small mechanic's shop, and the biggest Saint Bernard he'd ever seen came charging at him. And this massive dog didn't like him one bit. His owner had to step in before things got ugly. "He must not like your face," the guy said. The pitch. When Donna Trenton and her little boy Ted drive to Joe Camber's backwood garage, their car dies right outside the shop. Normally not a huge deal, except no one is around. Well, no one except Cujo, a Saint Bernard who's unfortunately gone rabid and turned into a real monster. The showdown with the beast is one thing, but it's not what I like most about this book. Honestly, Donna's pretty passive. Sure, Cujo's terrifying. I totally get having a healthy respect. She just kind of waits around while Ted's basically on death's doorstep before she finally takes action. It's all pretty slow-paced. What's really interesting are the worlds of the Camber family and the Trenton family. Both have sons, though the Camber boy is a few years older than Ted, and both families are dysfunctional in their own ways. King does an amazing job at digging into their stories. Oh, and speaking of amazing things, you know what's also awesome? Likes and subs. Just saying. Important point. Cujo is one of the books where King's multiverse really starts to kick off. Not only does it take place in Castle Rock, a small town where part of the Dead Zone also happened, but the case of the serial killer that Johnny Smith, I hate that name, but the case of the serial killer that Johnny Smith exposed in the Dead Zone ties into this book. We'd seen some minor connections before, but here's where King really starts weaving his works together. And he'll do a lot more of that from here on out. The vibe. A conversation full of gossip, with some storytelling and a touch of awkwardness. Why should you read this book? Because you're a dog lover? Maybe. But if you like well-told relationship stories, this one's for you. It's a decent book, but not quite top 20 material. Yeah. King's written so many books that a perfectly okay one doesn't crack the top 20. Long days and pleasant nights. See you out there.